a tour just because I can. So what are we? We're just under 37 kilometres into this ride. In the early stages I tipped it over to 7,000 kilometres done. Yesterday I finally got around to opening the ride control app again just to check for updates. There was one, so I ran it. I had no idea what the update was for because they rarely, if ever, tell us. So while I had the app open, actually and logged in, because as soon as I finish I always log out, but while I was in there I ran the scan on the 3 systems, got the green ticks, which basically mean nothing anyway, and I checked on the battery. So for those not sure what we get, we'll go this way. What we get, 2 readings. One is your state of charge, which was showing 100%, and the other is your battery state. So, and it was reading 96%. So in 7,000 kilometres I've lost 4% of the battery capacity. Oh, and the other thing to note is for the 7,000 kilometres I've recharged the battery 44 times. And I have mentioned in the past I like to run the battery down and out and do a full recharge. And when I recharge I leave it on until such time as the charger goes cold. I find I get a better recharge, or a total recharge, when that happens. The only other thing to note in that regard is on this GPS, if you go into the e-bike data, it tells me, this morning it told me, that I have charged the battery 55 times. So we've already noted before that the reading on this, for some reason, the information sent to this by the bike is not accurate, whereas the other one is. I suppose I should mention the missing 4%. The question I have is which part lost it, remembering that the setup here, we have the batteries divided into 2 sections essentially. You have the power available for power assist, and then you have around 8% of the battery is always maintained at the end for Di2 and other electronic functions, including lights if you have those fitted. So this 4% that's no longer available, has that all come out of the power assist, which cuts into your range, or has some of it come out of the battery left over for the Di2? Remembering I did do a test on that and I comfortably got 100 kilometers range using the battery just for Di2. Oh yeah, back to Eco. So we're plodding along around 24, 25 kilometers an hour. Up the tour. I suppose I should mention, to follow on with what I said about the battery and me running the battery down for a full recharge. If, as I'm getting closer to home, I do a look at the level of battery left, and if it's reasonably low, I'll just up the power settings just to consume all of the battery to get it to a recharge. If I've got, say, 30% left, I'll just do an urban ride the next day to wipe it out. Back to Eco. So we're on 28 kilometers per hour, we're around 99 cadence. The old man still has enough breath to talk. Here's a fun fact for you. I'm in my late 60s and I've got better aerobic threshold now than I had in my 20s. And a lot of that comes down to the riding I've been doing. It just makes such a difference. Even with the e-bike, you're still getting your cardio, you're getting your exercise. So we're sitting around the 25. Back to Eco. Oh hello, we've been closed down. Normally this road is open, but you're forbidden to go into the gravel pit, which is fair enough, because if you went in there and hit any of the loose surfaces, there's a chance tons of crap would fall on top of you. But with all of the road works they're doing, that explains why that's closed. So let's go around the back, and this can be an adventure in itself. Oh yeah, back to tour. Right, that goes to the back of the mine, so we'll go this way, see if we can skirt around. Yeah, we'll drop down this way, seeing that's all overgrown with lantana, and this isn't much better. Although in the old days with the mountain bike, every so often I'd go down a dead-end track and it would be downhill and it would be horrible conditions, and I'd think, so I'd check the GPS for places I knew nearby, and then I'd just head bush, and a couple of times there I found Brumby tracks through the lantana, and I'd be riding the bike through the lantana. So advice I'd give about that, two things. Snakes do love lantana, it gives them really good grip, so do keep an eye out for snakes. And the lantana is very unforgiving, and it will happily slip in beneath your sunglasses and try and rip your eyes out. So always slow and careful. And I'm going to walk over this. Oh, pedal caught one. So we're still on tour, and I'm looking for a track to my right so we can drop down toward the main road. Oh, more trees. And more trees after that. Okay, this is going back to the old storms we had. Oop. Okay, that went smoother than I expected. Okay, track down to the right. Do I want to take it? Yes or no? It's looking creekish. Okay. Okay, we're starting to get wet patches here already. Right, let's get out of the wheels up before it gets too deep, straight through a spider's web. Okay. A little bit squishy, but nothing too dramatic. Right. So I have a rough idea where I am from memory. Let's check the map. Oh, it's just showing all green, so I'm zoomed in too far to show any detail. Okay. Oh, another web straight over the face. Only a light one, so it should only be a small spider. Maybe peels it all off the face. Oh, it's hanging off to the left. Oh, another web ranged all the way from the left hand up past the right side of my face. Whew. I may have to stop and peel off a few webs in a moment. Right, we're still on tour. And I'm going to use it up here. I don't think it's overly soft or loose, although it is a bit of sand. It's got a lot of organic in it, which tends to bind it. Oh, straight through another web, except that the spider was right in front of my face. I'm going to have to stop and check. I didn't see it drop. Oh. Okay, matey, where'd you end up? Are you on the helmet? No. Okay. Whew, nothing like riveting footage. So we're fairly high up on our gears. I think we're about 3 down from the largest. We're on tour, so the algorithm should give me a reasonable start. Oh, except for the fact that tyres disappeared into the sand. Way to read it. Okay, so we've got a track off to our left, but we'll follow this one. Oh, now that tree I like, even though it is dead. Oh, another web, or the edge of it anyway. Alright, do we go left? No, intuition says this way. And like it's never steered me wrong. Oh, another web. Oh, we're getting onto a decent sized road or tracks here. Ah, there we go. Whew. Can't help but feel I've been recording for a very, very long time, so I think I better let you go. I shall catch you around. I'll walk over this again. Oh, just had an error come up, E187. Told me e-bike error. That's the first time I've ever seen that, and I trust it's only a coincidence that it pops up the day after I did an update. Anyway, I'm only recording that so I can remember the number. Catcha. Did I say Brumbies? And I believe it would be the same family I saw just before, and they're going to cut across in front. I'm slow for them. Holy moly! As testament to my poor timing, the track I'm just coming out of, I got down near a water hole and I had an emu run across in front of me while I wasn't recording. That is on my wish list. So we've got approximately 81 kilometre range, although you lose a bit at the end, so I usually take a good 5 to 8 kilometres off, or you can just round it off to 10 and then you've got a bonus. So I've got about 70 if I stay in Eco. We've done 56, so that'll get me home, although I won't be going home the same way. So I came through a lockout area, so I'll go back around that along the way. I'll have made it sort of safe, tolerable. Anyway, I shall head down, bum up. Catch ya.